Before the law passed in 2022, programs for lead testing at childcare centers and schools in Colorado were voluntary. Now, they have to test before the end of May.
To be honest with you, I was, again, like, whoa, that's a lot of steps, lots of information.
At first, Yoshi Matsubara, the associate director of the Fisher Early Learning Center, was overwhelmed.
And I had to ask one of the plumbers there to show me where the water source is, to indicate on the blueprint.
But after signing up and following each step, the last part is easy. She'll fill each container sent to her with water from the faucets kids and staff drink from.
I'm planning to come into the building when nobody's here so that nobody runs the water before I collect the water.
It's a lot, yeah. There's 4,500 eligible facilities across the state. And in each facility, there could be any number of locations for testing. So we're thinking there's going to be in the hundreds of thousands of tests total.
Margaret Talbot is the program manager for the Test and Fix Water for Kids program. In the past, she says the voluntary testing programs haven't worked that well. She says making it mandatory and putting money toward fixing problems that might be found helps.
Since children are more vulnerable to the effects of lead, it's really important that we know and can prevent any kind of exposure from lead in the places where they, go to school and play and spend most of their time.
This is the most, to me, cumbersome part.
It does add time
Rainbow fish
to an already busy schedule for childcare providers. But Yoshi says it's worth it.
I appreciate that Denver is doing this to ensure the safety of children who we serve here.
The state has so far gotten 4,000 results back. Of those, some do show elevated levels of lead, but Talbot says usually there's a story behind those levels. Schools and daycares haven't used their water fountains in several years because of COVID-19, so when they turn them on to test for lead, that water that's just been sitting in the pipes can come back with higher levels than expected. So that's just one of the stories that they're finding.
But that does mean it is there, though. Until
Yes.
they get those actually flushed out, then they can maybe get a more accurate test?
Exactly. So if the levels come back elevated, they will do a second test again.
Okay, because after they've been running for a while.
Yeah.
So do you have any indication how many people have done it and followed through?
90% of public schools have already done this. So public schools are on board. They need more daycares and childcare providers to be on board too.
Okay, well, get the word out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.